It's here in 6. Ooh, it's here in 60. Look at that. It's here in 60.
Yo, what's up guys? Premy in the house, and today we are taking a look at the GPD Win 4. Yes, this PSP looking device runs Windows, which means basically every Sonic game you can run on Windows, whether it's emulation or natively running on PC or Steam or Epic Game Store if you use that trash, all runs on this thing. So we're gonna get into all this right now, but if you're subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. Wait, I can't say that anymore, can I? I didn't think this part through. We are trying to hit 1 million subscribers and hopefully 500,000 subscribers before Sonic Adventure 3 comes out. Let's get into the video, man. Obviously, I'm not going to test every single Sonic game because, again, it's Windows. It will run if it runs on Windows. So we're going to test some of the later shit because we want to see how the later games perform. If it's an old game, of course, it's going to run well. Although I had to test the Rivals games because it looks like a PSP, and playing Rivals on it is really good. I mean, it's got a beautiful screen. I got the 60 FPS cheat on it as well, so Rivals 1 and 2 are running nice and smooth, upscale to 1080p as well through the emulator. It's beautiful. So we can see Sonic Generations. We're going to set the anti-aliasing to FXAA, shadow quality to high, reflection quality high. So just in the menu, it seems to be 60 FPS, no issues so far. Cloud save, so my save file should still be there. Obviously no mods installed, but it's Windows, so installing mods shouldn't be a problem. I haven't heard Roger's voice in this game in ages. The speakers are pretty loud, but I'm going to turn it down a bit because I don't want it to be too loud in the recording. But yeah, I'm seeing 60 FPS in this menu. I'm seeing no issues whatsoever. Versus the Steam Deck, where I had a lot of stutter in the Generations. And it's not because the Steam Deck wasn't powerful enough, it was because it was running on Steam OS and there were compatibility issues. Even though they said that Sonic Generations was fully compatible, but I think Steam were rushing to say certain games are verified when they weren't truly verified. Let's run through one quick level just to fully test this out. But so far, I'm not seeing any frame rate. Okay, I've seen a little bit of frame rate. It went into like the 40s. During the loading screen, though, trying to play while recording is tough, but I'll do my best. There's a few little dips here, but this is very smooth compared to like playing this on a Steam Deck. And the fact that we're doing this on a handheld, which is only slightly bigger than a Nintendo DS, I mean, it's crazy how far we've come. This is literally the first time I played this game properly in handheld mode, because like, on the Steam Deck, I couldn't really play it because it kept stuttering so hard. This is actually really nice on a handheld, especially since my biggest experience of playing Generations on a handheld is probably the 3DS version, which, let's be real, doesn't hold a candle to the main version. Although the timing on 3DS was better, but honestly, this is really, like, it's a truly surreal experience, I'm not gonna lie. Playing this game, wow, I pressed the wrong buttons to finish. I pressed L2 and R2 instead of L1 and R1, so I didn't finish my tricks. But yeah, I'm getting used to the controller, so I'm making some mistakes. A few mistakes, okay? Cut me some slack, okay? But yeah, frame rate, there's definitely a few late 40s dips. I don't know if it's coming across as smooth in the recording, but definitely as I'm playing it, it's mostly staying at 60 with a few minor dips into the late 40s, early 50s. Alright, let's finish this off. Press the right buttons this time. Alright. So Generations is definitely playable. And again, it's running Windows, so mods, if they run on Windows, they're gonna run on this thing. So any stage mods or character mods or Jason Griffith's voice mod, most importantly, is gonna run on this thing. Now let's try Frontiers. I tested Frontiers on a Steam Deck, and it was definitely struggling to run at 60 FPS. I was able to use like FSR and like all sorts of weird setting tweaks to get it to kind of run at 60, but it definitely wasn't a stable 60, which is understandable. Again, I was just seeing if it was possible. Realistically, you were playing Frontiers at 30 to 40 frames on the Steam Deck, and now it's at 800p. Remember, this device is running at 1080p, so this is actually running like double the pixels in 720p. So remember, this is way more powerful than the Steam Deck. Why is it set to easy? So right now the graphics quality is set to high, 60 FPS, anti-aliasing. Pretty much everything is just set to high plus 1080p. So let's see what we get at those settings, and then we'll test it out by tweaking the settings, assuming it's not smooth enough. Let's go to this auto slot. Alright, so without really turning on any settings, we're already looking at 31 FPS. So this is no like low settings, just standard, just playing it on its own. Now it's dipping into the 20s. Yeah, this is definitely not the smoothest experience for a game like Frontiers. Definitely playable. I mean, when I was like a teenager, I used to play games in the 20s, early 30s. I mean, that's all I could afford at the time. Like, games were just way too demanding to run, even on laptops. But it's definitely playable like this. If you're fine with 30 FPS, you could definitely play the game like this. Me personally, I'm more of a 60 FPS kind of guy. So I would try and lower some settings to get it to 60. So going out to play the game, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's try tweaking some settings to get a higher frame rate. Alright, so graphics quality was originally set to high. We're gonna put that on low. Shadow quality is on low. Frame rate limit, why is it set to 30? Didn't we put it on 60? Bloom low, volumetric lighting low. Rendering scale. So this is like where you lower the resolution to get it to effectively run at a lower resolution while keeping the menus smooth. So we're gonna set that to 50% and see if that's enough. Turn off VSync for now. See if that's enough to attain 60 FPS. For some reason, it keeps going down on the D-pad. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe that's the game. With this lower resolution, these lower settings, maybe we can get a higher frame rate. Okay, it's hitting 6. Ooh, it's hitting 60. Look at that. It's hitting 60. You can tell it's a lower resolution, but because the screen is like really good on colors, it actually still looks enjoyable to play. Yeah, it's staying at 60. It's arguably smoother than Generations. A boosting is dipping into like the late 50s, but I haven't seen 40s just yet. Why am I going to a place of bottomless pits when I can barely control the game the way I'm recording right now? This is definitely better than the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck was still struggling when I lowered everything. It was still struggling when I lowered everything, and this is not struggling. This is basically a 60 FPS. I would argue it's even smoother than Generations, which is kind of interesting when you think about it. Again, look, it's hard to record like this, okay? Cut me some slack, okay? Listen. The point is, the game is running smooth to my knowledge. Just go to an area that's not full of pits, maybe. Let's go to the map. Alright, let's go somewhere simple like Kronos. Yep. This is smooth. This is smooth. Again, the resolution is blurry. You can tell that the resolution is not smooth. Like, it's like kind of weird on the rails and things like that. You can see that, you know, it's not its intended resolution. But in terms of performance wise, I'm seeing some dips into the 50s, but it's staying overall pretty smooth. Definitely a smoother experience than on Steam Deck. Okay, I think it just went into the 30s for a sec there. And it's starting to cave a little bit, but it's gone back up again. Tower. Alright, let's finish Tower off and then we can end off this video. That was not the plan, okay. Oh yeah, I'm fully leveled up, duh. Yeah, no wonder that was so easy. But yeah, definitely a very playable experience. 60 FPS, but it can dip, but mostly smooth experience. So if you want to get this for Sonic Frontiers, I mean, put it this way. If Sonic Frontiers is the most demanding Sonic game out right now, and it runs that, and this device runs on Windows, so it's compatible with all the other Windows games, then effectively every Sonic game that ran on Windows before can run on this handheld device. So if you want to play as many Sonic games as possible on the go, this device right here is your go-to. I sound like I've been sponsored. I really haven't. But I'm just surprised it works so well, because I literally tried this on the Steam Deck and it was choking a lot more than this. And you can only imagine where devices like this are going to go in the future, because this one just came out 2023, GPD Win 4. Imagine by like Win 6 and whatnot. Like, these games are going to be fully playable at even higher refresh rates than 60 at some point. But yep, very playable experience. Again, I don't know if the recording is conveying how smooth it is. It could be choppier on the video, but I'm telling you right now, like, based on the frame rate count, you can even see we are getting 60 FPS with the occasional dip into the early 50s, late 40s, but 60 FPS experience here.
But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching. It's been real. Remy out.